This material is property of the Minnesota State High School League. No downloading, saving, or archiving of this production is permitted.
Welcome to this QCTV audio-only Joe Rulin, along with Jim Giles, high above the Excel Energy Center in Press Row tonight and this afternoon. And yet this morning, people, we get a chance to launch and unleash the Minnesota State High School Boys State Tournament. And that is the Andover Huskies taking on Stillwater, and the Ponies, Jim, come in with a 10-game win streak.
They do, and probably the most impressive victory in about eight years for the Stillwater was the exciting 3-2 win over the Hill Murray Pioneers, an excellent section final. But the Huskies, what a job the Huskies have done, Joe.
They have. They've won 13 of their last 16, and I'll say two words: momentum matters.
Yes, it does. And, it starts with the coaching staff, and I think Mark Manny has done a masterclass of being able to keep his team focused on the process and not the result. The results have come later on in the season, and that's why they're here right now.
Puck drop about to happen here as getting things ready to roll here for the 2025 Boys State High School Hockey Tournament. It's great to have the Huskies and the Ponies ready to unleash this year's episode. Underway, controlled back behind a team that Stillwater has two solid lines that can produce goals, and a quick shot right off the bat put it on Conway, and that shot deflected back behind. I think offensively that the Huskies will probably try to get some pressure on Conway early here in this first period.
Absolutely, they will. And there's offsides right there. A quick whistle. You know, the Huskies are going to have to out-hustle, out-man, out-gun this impressive roster that Stillwater Ponies have. The one thing the Ponies don't have that the Huskies do is the experience in the state tournament.
149 goals on the season scored by the Ponies. They've surrendered 61. A team that can fly. They have outscored their opponents in the first period, 41-27. The Huskies need to come out quickly here and see what they can do to put some puck and pressure on Conway between the pipes here for Stillwater. Back behind, delivered now, trying to hold the zone, doing that. Good keep there for the Huskies. Inside on the doorstep, bringing it around is Babineau, who's had some great section play. 4 goals during the 3 section games, tries to put some additional pressure on. Just underway here, first period, 15:50 to go. Carry in now for Stillwater. They'll jump into the corner, and again, Jim mentioned a couple of good lines, very productive. And that second line currently out there right now for the Ponies. Cross center ice, sent in deep that time by Thackeray, and it'll allow the Huskies to change out. Audio only, so we'll give you the old radio broadcast approach. And great that you can be with us. There's an ice. The shot sent from behind, or the pass from behind center ice, just underway. 15:30 in this first period, no score.
Yeah, you mentioned that first line of Dustin Myers and Vanek, 69 goals for the Ponies. Jarvis, Fredenberg, and Volkman, 61. That is impressive output by a high school hockey team.
Huskies win the draw, try to send a backhand deep behind. Now reversing it to the far side. Trying to move that ahead. Stillwater take it away. Huskies now coming in full speed here. Rister misses the net off to the side, trying to hold the zone on that far side. And it finds out on the stick here for Stillwater. They'll carry in. A look here now. Back to the near side. Shot here. Gets through, hits the post. A wrister from the near side. Found its way. That was Batchelor who put that shot on. Now still applying pressure. Shot from above the dot. That one just off the mark. We can't speak enough about how impressive Cash Crew it has been. We will share more the next stoppage of play. Carry it now across the blue line. The shot is put on there. That was Rickley who put that shot on, easily handled by Conway. Crossed away, gaining the line. Now a drop pass. A shot here, trying to go stick side to the far post. Unable, coming right back. Backhander shot, and a goal! A backhanded goal by Stillwater. High time, big time pressure, and that's going to be Dustin who picks up the goal. Brody Dustin, his 31st goal of the season.
Yeah, excellent rebound up there. Cash Truitt was gave up that rebound, and nothing on it. Landed right on the backhand of Dustin, and Dustin buried it. Little confusion defensively as both of the defensive pairing went over towards the shooter and forgot completely about the backside.
Good pressure. I mean, they had put at least 3 good quality shots from that near point and then again from the far, and then they skated in with some good looks, tried to go far post.
Yeah, they're
but
confirming
the shot
it right now.
Initially from Stillwater hit the post, deflected, and then it was an easy tuck away on a backhand there for Brody Dustin. Set back in now again to trying to get things going. The Huskies down 1-0 early here at 14 minutes left here in this opening period. Sent back to neutral ice. Carried on the near side by McGlynn for Stillwater. Now picked up, coming back and trying to put some pressure. Peterson skates in. He's got some speed. Conway that time whiffs on a fanning chance to try to move it up ice, but Stillwater there to work it up across center ice through the neutral zone. Drop pass picked up here. Arister fanning that time on the shot. That was Vanek, the assistant coach's son, Thomas Vanek. That is Blake Vanek, who has scored 23 goals this season. Through neutral ice, the Huskies try to control it, set it, dump it in. Sauer goes in after it, but now it's moved back out by Stillwater across the line. Quick wrister here, deflects in to the netting. We'll get a stoppage of play here, 13-22, and it's a 1-0 lead early here for Stillwater.
Yeah, it is, and we're seeing the Stillwater Ponies. They're doing a little crossing, this drop pass, and they've done it 3 times as they've come through, where the lead forward will just drop it for the crossing wing, and they've had some success of creating some opportunities.
Andover wins the face-off in their end. Try to move it out off the stick. A little too far on the pass up ahead. And now defensively they come out from behind their own net, forced back there. An outlet pass to Thackeray cannot be completed. They put a shot right back on again. Good forechecking early here for Stillwater.
Yeah, got caught up in Crash Truitt's glove. I think he was planning on just trying to push it to the side, but caught up in his glove. Face off in the Husky zone.
Well, it was more of a case here early on where a shot from the dot hits traffic. I don't think that got through. And now a move out back the other way. Controlled here, shot on. Conway will make the save, and the faceoff will end up in the Huskies' offensive end.
Cal Conway, the Stillwater goalie, formerly out of Andover, comes in with a really impressive record so far, 7-1. He's got a 1.1 goals against, 942 save percentage, 2 shutouts, and definitely one of the storylines coming into this game, Joe.
Face off, directed back behind defensively of the Stillwater net. Off the board, pass cannot complete. Getting there first will be Babineau. Babineau circles it back up, misses on a pass to Thackeray. Back on the stick, it was here for Stillwater. Cross rink, it goes to the corner. Trying to control, now reversing ice. And the pass up through the high slot, deflects here to the near side, just below us. Stillwater and the Ponies continue to applying some pressure here, coming over to help out defensively to pickpocket. Move the puck around that time was Johansson. Huskies now across the logo. Dumped in by Babineau. Babineau now gets chased. He goes some puck hunting to the corner. Loses an edge. Into the corner now. In fact, back on his stick. Drops it back to the corner there to, again, Giacomini. Giacomini now packed up. We got a penalty coming up
Yeah, that'll be Cooper Johansson for interference, or that's a cross check. So.
And now, Jim, we were talking off mic, but specialty teams are going to be critical today. I know we say that during all of the postseason play, but even more so with the Stillwater squad.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. And they come in with a 28.1 power play, 18 to 64. Huskies, unbelievable on their penalty kill, almost on 90%, 88.6. Just a tremendous job by this special teams by the Huskies.
Working it up along the blue line. Now skating in, down low, dropping again. Some good buzz there by Dustin. Dustin for Stillwater. Has it now, sends it up, tip of the umbrella. Working it around the perimeter. Setting it up to Cone. Shot here, goes behind the net. There first was Stillwater. They send it back up to the half wall. That's where Dustin is located. Huskies get the puck clear. I believe that was Sauer sending it length of the ice. Still plenty of time left on the man advantage. Husky skating in. Sauer with a big time shot. Almost caught Conway by surprise. Couldn't control it. Got the rebound back out and skating back into the Huskies' end. The Ponies. The Ponies now at the half wall. Sends it across ice. Top of the face-off circle now. Tip of the umbrella again on this power play formation. A shot there is made by Pruitt. Pants it to the corner. Keeps that clock moving. And the penalty kill as well. Shot getting another look here. Just under a minute left on the man advantage for the Ponies. As Jim mentioned, 28% shot from the top of the dot. That time, Karam's around the board, holding the zone. As Dustin working it back around. Quick passing, precise passing, tape to tape. Good move that time by Pruitt as a shot was taken there. And he carried it off, moving back in. Another Whistler, this one, another pad save made by Pruitt. Another big-time shave, and no, he's getting over. He's getting a workout going from one side of the crease to the other. With 20 seconds left, the Huskies able to move it out, now carry it out. Across neutral zone, here's a chance. Moving it in, taking it, and now putting a shot on. Conway makes the glove save, and that's going to leave. Just 13 seconds left on the power play for Stillwater.
You can see how dangerous Stillwater is. Their ability to find the open skater with this power play has been great. Good move, good puck movement. Huskies doing a great job of clogging up the middle, but they're still getting great opportunities.
And Stillwater, some excellent tape-to-tape, precision-like passing. Coe on the draw for Andover. Controlled by Stillwater. They leave it behind dangerously. Coe almost got to that puck and could have a wraparound there. Now carrying it up and out of their own Stillwater end. Back at full strength are the Huskies. Successful penalty kill. They still trail 1-0, but now dumping in, and Coe will chase in after the puck behind the net. Stopped there by Conway. Neutral ice. Off the Karam of the board to carry in now again for Stillwater, trying to control. Karam's out in front. Defensively, the Huskies there to deflect it. Still trying to drop it in. Shot from below the dot and a score right on the doorstep. Quick, precise passing.
Volkman, Matthew Volkman gets his 25th. And and he's on that second line, which is absolutely impressive. But another goal, actually was 26th. Excellent goal, came right out in front, and really nothing Pruitt could do.
That second line, Jim, has scored 9 goals in section play. And Volkman had a Hattie in the Hill Murray overtime win to get here. Early up 2-0 now for Stillwater on an even strength goal.
Good patience, really nice patience by Fredenberg to be able to wait and find the open skater, and that was Volkman. Volkman buried it.
Mentioned the Huskies. Not exactly an explosive start to many of their games this year for that first period, but they can ill afford to get down here 3-0. Right now, 2-0 lead for Stillwater with 9:17 left in this first period. Huskies come right back. Babineau circles, gets it back, trying to hold the zone. Good keep that time by Andover, and at that left point by Johannesson. Huskies unable to sustain the pressure, now battling for it just in front of the Stillwater bench. And now backing it back out, working it near side. Stillwater moving right to left on your visual mental hard drive at home on this audio-only call here with Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs. In the corner, battling it out. Huskies trying to come out of their own end and get a little offensive momentum moving here. Babineau, cross ice. Here's going to be a Lucas shot here. One just off the mark. Good setup that time. Just having trouble hitting the net. Now back the other way, reciprocating the pressure, and it's sent to the far corner by Stillwater. Back behind, and now it's Dustin again in front. More traffic. Deflected. Top of the face-off circle by Stillwater. They send it behind the net. Dustin thought he was going to get the drop pass. Circling back up top. Right now they are flying. They are buzzing, the Stillwater Pony squad. They're controlling possession of the puck and playing downhill. Backhand, no look on the stick of the Huskies defense. Unable to clear. This one another wrister just inside the blue line. And that shot is saved by Cash Cruitt again. Shots on goal, 8-4 right now in favor of Stillwater. A 2-0 lead for the Ponies. That's 7:40 left here in this first period.
If the Huskies have to get anything going, it's got to be through Babineau or Sowers. Those are the two right now, the catalysts that can make things happen.
Poke checked away. Another good look coming here. Stopping. Now excellent poke check and a defensive play made there by Andover. And in that case by Law. If Law hadn't made, we get an icing here on Andover. And we're also going to get some
little TV timeout
right
now.
A little TV timeout on this one. But, Jim, hey, good stick work that time by Law, or it was going to be another good look coming in for Stillwater.
Yeah, we've seen actually the Huskies have done a nice job of getting some sticks in front of passes and some shots right now. Both these two teams met, Joe. We talked about it a little bit ahead of time. Back in 2012, December 26th, it was a 3-2 win for the Huskies. Back then, that was the last time these two had met.
Good hits there, and yeah, you look at the Stillwater team, and really, what was the trigger for them? Well, they're in the midst of a 10-game win streak. And what launched it was a 4-2 win over St. Thomas Academy. That came after the loss that they had to Hill Murray, 3-1. That's the last loss that this Stillwater team has experienced, and then they avenged that loss with an overtime win, 4-3 in the Section 4 championship. So in that section championship, it was Stillwater who outscored their opponents 15-4.
You know, Joe, they've got a 22-6 record, but honestly, they're 24-4 with two games that the victories were vacated because of using an ineligible player. So it was a chance, really. I mean, their record is better than what it shows, and they've got a great record. And
definitely can find the back of the neck. It's been the number 2 line here in section play. I mentioned before with Jarvis, Fredenberg, and Volkman. They've combined for 9 goals in section play, but over 60 goals during the regular season.
You're right, and you know they're top heavy. They've got 13 seniors that are playing today, and this is really their opportunity. Next year you lose 5 out of the 6 top seniors. Or to seniors on the top lines, and 3 out of the 4 defensemen.
Of course, another team from the Andover community, Rogers, getting their first look at the state tournament. That's coming up. They get a chance to play later today, and the Huskies split with Rogers this season. And then always Tom Potter and his Champlin Park Rebels team battled with Rogers in the Section 5 championship. It was Rogers coming out the winner. There's some great hockey just in the Andover community and Noka County area. Great to have all of you with us tonight on this audio only on QCTV. We're back in play. Poke checked here. Penalty, and the Huskies are going to get a chance on the power play that time as Nadeau was brought down on the trip by Stillwater.
And this power play for the Huskies before Christmas, he was only at 14%. After Christmas, 32.9. They scored 25 out of 76 chances. The one downside, the Huskies have given up 6 shorthanded goals. The Stillwater Ponies have scored 10 shorthanded goals. So it could be an opportunity for the Huskies, or they've just got to make sure they're watching the backside.
Absolutely. It's Luke Myers who has 3 of those 10 shorthanded goals for Stillwater. Good pressure underneath here. Number 17 is Myers. We'll keep an eye for him, but right now it's Volkman who has the second goal, pressuring Andover on the penalty kill. Huskies have it in the corner, set it up inside the blue line. Now work it around. Shot's going to come across the way. A one-timer. Not quite catching everything. Conway getting a big pad save, but a good setup that time. Good movement by Huskies. Almost able to capture and cut into this deficit. Backing in of Sauer, now setting it up. Sauer on the doorstep as it pass it to a teammate. Unable to get control. It's sent back and through length of the ice. Cash Crew, it stops the puck there. We still have 1:05 left on the man advantage for the Huskies. Cross ice. This is a carry in now. Moving in Langfeld. Langfield loses the puck. Carry out. And this time on the stick of Stillwater through the neutral zone. That was Myers carrying it in. The shot is blocked in front on a shorty attempt by Sauer. He gets it out. Good pass, sets up. Babineau that time to Langfield. Down into the corner, back to Langfield in the corner. Up to the near point, working the puck around, setting it back, trying to get the one-timer. Nadeau with that shot and a deflection in front, and Conway makes the save.
Yeah, the catalyst on this power play is Chase Nadeau. He's been outstanding on not being selfish. He's able to find his teammates during the power play and has really had an excellent year as he's had, I believe, 18 assists on the power play.
Huskies win the draw. Still 30 seconds left with the man advantage. Skating in, ready to put a pass and a shot deflected in, and they're getting some good looks right now in testing Conway.
They are. This first line for the penalty or for the power play has been out there the entire time, Joe. They've got a minute and 46 seconds or 36 seconds logged on the ice.
5:28 left in this first period, and Huskies trying to cut into a 2-goal deficit. Stillwater wins that faceoff and sweeps it out to neutral ice. 12 seconds left on the man advantage on the carry, and now for Lutkin. Set in across the board, now up inside the blue line, working it around the clock that time and fanning on a shot attempt. That time was Sauer. And now back at full strength, Stillwater. Successful penalty kill. There's a quick shot here, deflected in front by the defense of Stillwater. Now near shot comes all the way in, and Conway has to make a pad save and moves it to the far corner. Huskies still buzzing, even though Stillwater back at full strength. Putting some pressure on, and Huskies jump that pass just inside center ice. Now twirling, circling, and sending it back in to the Huskies' end, and now on the chase for Stillwater. It's controlled that time by Lutkin. Headmans it, crossed away, and a carry in now this time. Huskies put the shot on, but it's deflected out front. That was Larson with that shot attempt. Stillwater moves it out to neutral ice as 4 and change remaining here in this first period. It's a 2-0 lead for the Ponies. Ponies out of section 4. Huskies hold, tried to put the shot on, get a rebound. It's redirected back out. Defensively doing a great job are the Ponies at deflecting some of those shots or even the attempts to send it in for Andover. Andover now works it out of their end, and pressured here. Coming in is Myers. Myers converges on the puck in the corner, and Andover's able to move it out to the near side. A carry out now set up, trying to dump it behind the net. Mission accomplished. Giacomini, that time with the good play, and shot from that far point just above the face-off circle. Kicked back to the corner by Conway. Across neutral ice, poke checked at it. Off the stick that time of Myers by the defense of Andover. Now they scramble for it in front of the Andover bench. With 3 minutes and 10 seconds left, we get an icing, and the faceoff will come back into the Stillwater offensive end of the ice.
Yeah, you had mentioned the chance, the Andover shots now out leading Stillwater as they continue to put some pressure on. There's just a little bit of a momentum change that you can feel on the ice right now.
At one time, the shots on goal were 8-4 in favor of Stillwater, but now the Huskies hold a one-shot lead, 9-8 in that category. Off the board, Coe had it. Drops it back. Law will now get it near the blue line and ring it along the board. Poked at it, sent back in by Peterson, a little deeper behind the net. Stillwater will get there first. Good job on the forecheck to continue the pressure there by Langfield. Collision at the blue line, backhanded. Sending it back, Rogers, and into the bench, and we'll get ourselves a face-off with 2:38 to go. Head coach Mark Manny now with 200 and what do we have? 272 wins. Yes,
that's impressive. He's made just such a great mark, and this program has gone off just because of his leadership. I completely agree, and the youth. I got to give a shout out to the Youth Association. They have done a great job as well.
Face off just off the blue line in front of the Stillwater bench, controlled by the Ponies. They'll dump it in. It's on the stick now of Law. Law sends it across to his defensive partner. The pass up cannot connect. Attempted for Langfield there. Law gets it to the far corner. Still Huskies trying to come out clean, but the Ponies putting on some pressure. Ponies will hold the zone. And now pickpocketed and moved just outside the blue line. Controlled by the Ponies at center ice. That's Jarvis. Jarvis sends it across now to the blue line. A carry and opportunity. Across the way, top of the face-off circle. A shot here. Whistles over the top. A little flyby shot by Volkman. Picked up now by Langfield. Langfield skating in. He's been trending, playing well here. A bouncing puck, sometimes more difficult than a hard puck. Set right on. A little pushing and shoving after Conway makes the save. And Stillwater takes a bit of an exception there, as they felt a little excessiveness as Murphy came in and kind of stirred things up for Andover. Maybe get coincidental minors here on both teams. A good little scoop that time by Conway. Babineau came back in front, but cutting behind Langfield, and then Murphy put a little punch right to the mask of the Stillwater player. I think he landed one with Volkman, but landed it on the mask. So both of them, it'll be Murphy and Volkman who head to the penalty box, and that's probably going to favor Andover. Anytime you can get Volkman in the penalty box versus on the ice, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and get Stillwater thinking about something other than scoring. That's always important.
They'll skate 4 aside here, these teams. Sent back and see what they can stir up. Excuse me, it'll be 5-on-5. Coincidental minor trying to stuff it from behind and a wraparound there. Getting a piece was Conway, and the Huskies fanned on a shot in the slot. Big shot here on top of the face-off circle. Back for Stillwater as they reciprocate the pressure. Andover pitchforks the puck over the neutral zone. Back to on the stick that time defensively for Grills of Stillwater.
Great job by Legend looking to be able to get to hold on to that backside skater on that rebound.
King Bay carries in. Having trouble controlling it, now tries to send it in front of the net. Circling back now with control, Stillwater sends it to the far point. Still with the pressure, looping it back behind Cash Cruitt in the goal. Race to the puck ensues. Still battling, that was Rogers. Stillwater, good job of passing, and a good shot and a glove save, seeing that one all the way on the shot that came from the top.
Joe, what's impressive is just the patience that Stillwater has when they have the zone. Vanek could have thrown that right onto Cruitt, looked for it. Instead, he looked around, looked for the open skater, was able to land it right on the stick. Good shot in, and Cruitt had to glove it and hold on to it.
Face-off controlled, turning, firing, now off the mark on the doorstep, and Law is there to pick up the loose puck. He'll use the boards off to Sauer. 25 seconds left in this first period. Sauer tries to center to a teammate. Cutting across was Langfield. Back behind the Huskies trying to cut into this deficit. Less than 10 seconds left in this opening period. They trail 2-0. Law at the near point. Gets an opening, a good tip. Nice stuff, trying to cover up, getting the loose puck. It's a carry out now for Stillwater with 3 seconds left. They're going to try to rush it here. Good job to get the stick down and deflect the puck by Langfield to the far corner. And after one complete, it's a 2-0 lead for Stillwater. The Ponies jump out early, but I got to tell you, Jim, Huskies are not showing any sign of quitting.
Not at all, and they had chances right there at the end. They had a chance to be able to put the puck in the net. They will have chances. How they if they're able to execute, they'll be back in this. And with the most dangerous lead in hockey, Joe, 2 goals.
Yeah, that is. Hey, we are at the end of the first period. A 2-0 lead for Stillwater on this audio-only sports presentation coming your way from QCTV. Jim Childs and Joe Rulin. We will return with second period action. Stay with us. Welcome back to Andover Huskies in the quarterfinals of the 2025 Minnesota State High School Tournament, coming to you live, audio only. Joe, along with Jim Childs. And Jim, it's a 2-0 deficit for the Huskies, but from a standpoint of perspective, Stillwater and their 2 goals came in from a pretty tight angle, even though the Huskies lead with shots on goal.
Yeah, at 7:38, Matthew Volkman with the goal assist, assisted by Trey Fredenberg on the ice. And then that second goal, really pretty good goal. Nice job by Jonas Cohn and Blake Vanek to find Dustin Brody, or Brody Dustin, sorry, and he buried it. But the Huskies have some good things happening right now. You know, they lead in block shots 6-1. They lead in shots on goal 11-10. And as far as faceoffs won, they're up 10-8. So there's some good things happening for the Huskies right now as we go into the second period.
Yeah, a big difference too. Obviously doing audio only and not getting the visual, but you could see that Stillwater was getting that puck down a lot deeper into the Andover end defensively, and they were taking some snipes from pretty close range, and that's probably the difference that I've seen in terms of the quality of shots on goal.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because they have just been very patient in the zone. They've been able to find the open look and been able to fire it on to Pruitt, who's really made some great saves. Well, the one thing that we haven't talked about is Stillwater has, Andover's had a little bit of the luck, because they've hit three posts or crossbars, and that score could be a little bit different right now.
Yeah, teams switch positions. That means that it'll be Cal Conway, 7-0 coming into today with the goals against of 1.20 for Stillwater. He's also had 2 assists in section play this year, but his back will be to the Andover Husky band here in this period as they switch ends. And meanwhile, Cash Pruitt played solid, always consistent. I mean, his regular season numbers stand by themselves. The goals against of 2.14 and a save percentage of 911. But even in section play, that save percentage has increased to 956.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. He's been one of the leaders on there. He not only on but off the ice. You mentioned section play, outstanding. Even since Christmas, 1.71, 939 save percentage, 5 shutouts. He has been kind of the glue that's kept the Huskies in this.
Both the coaching staffs, a wealth of experience that includes Thomas Vanek, for Stillwater as an assistant coach.
And then Greg Zayon also, he played in the NHL. He's got 400, almost 500 games in the NHL. Vanek, 1,000 games in the NHL. That's, I guess, adequate as far as trying to learn hockey from.
And the Huskies, they drop the puck here underway, second period. Huskies come out puck hunting just below us. Here's a look here, a good shot and a save there, glove save by Conway. Following that puck to the net, there was Coe.
Yeah, Coe's really done a nice job with just the hustle and the forecheck. He's one of those guys that can be pesky and be under the skin of the other team. Easy for me to say.
There's that again, control the puck back on the stick of Andover. They send it in, cannot control. Sauer in to Hunt from being physical and trying to throw some bodies around and get some energy going here for the Huskies. Cross ice, beautifully cut. He moves in, moves ahead, gets a good shot here and a pad save off of Conway there as Sauer weaved his way across the grain and put that shot up, but it was an excellent pass as he entered the zone. Huskies back in the Hunt, and back defensively now is Cohn for Stillwater. Huskies get him back, tip it on. They're buzzing a bit here to start the second period as Andover deflected. More pressure here. Finally an outlet pass. It finds its way through. It's tipped at center ice by Stillwater, so they'll wave off the ice. Huskies bring it up from behind their own net. Off the board, ends up on the stick. That time for Stillwater, and they send it right back in. That was Karkula who had it on his stick. Holding the zone here, redirect in front. A beautiful save there by Pruitt. Deflects to the corner. Now Fredenberg circles, drops it to the near side to Volkman. Volkman in the corner, being tangled up and challenged there by the Huskies defense. It squirts back to the stick, and now that's a chance there off of it, getting at it, trying to puck hunt Langfield. In for a bit, and now back the other way, Stillwater. brings some pressure in on a rush. Top of the face-off circle, cutting it in, a shot, a scores! Tape-to-tape pass, burying that one. And that was Jarvis who picks up the goal for Stillwater. That was some excellent passing, Jim, and that's a 3-0 lead now for Stillwater.
Absolutely. The Huskies have owned this period so far in the first minute and 48 seconds. And this little play right here where it comes on to the far side, and the Huskies just don't have the numbers to be able to get someone covered, get the backside covered. Again, great job, cross-ice pass, and it's right on the stick and put in.
Volkman will get the assist, and again, it's that second line for Stillwater. The pass, you moved Pruitt. He was on the right side, and that pass was so quick and so precise, right on the stick, no rebound, and then a quick shot, wrister that time by Jarvis. He sniped it for the third goal of the game, and now just 15-12 left here in this, or just into that second period, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Ponies. That precise passing back behind now. That's Stillwater controlling the puck, unable to hold the zone. This leaks past that far point, and that was Batchelor who let that get by. Conway comes way out to the corner. At the blue line, the Huskies send it back in. They'll need to get back onside. They are, and they move it back out of their own end. Here are the Ponies. Get it inside the back in on a carry in that time for Andover, and that was Larson. Picked up in the corner. Giacomini had it momentarily. Now half wall here, tangling up at it, diving, trying to hold the zone. Unable to do so. It leaks back, and Sauer corrals it now. Back in their own end. Again, it's Stillwater trying to apply some pressure from that first line. Luke Myers converges on the puck in the corner. Huskies are just moving corner to corner right now, trying to find an alley out. Punching in, putting the pressure in now, circling back, and they give it up in a shot here. Save, nope, deflected. Coming in on a good-looking shot that time. And the errant pass that ended up just in the high slot. Huskies still playing defensive here, holding the zone. A shot from just inside the blue line, carries to the corner. Sauer comes over to try to help out and move that puck out. Finally, Andover able to move it just beyond the blue line. Cross center ice, across the logo, converging on the puck. That was Vanek, and whistled for the offside. Will be Stillwater with 13:24 to go.
I tell you what, the Huskies right there, just some defensive lapse where they just kept losing it off their stick and heads not up. And the Ponies just about took another swipe at getting another goal past Pruitt.
Explosive skating team here are the Ponies. 3-0 lead. They win the faceoff and skate in. Volkman, a little toe drag and stick work, and finally he is separated from the puck. Andover's able to dump it back to center ice. Langfield coming in with some pressure of his own, but it's carried right back out, deflects out to the logo. Andover is there off the stick of Langfield, and it ends up right on the stick that time of Karkula. Huskies try to double team the defense there that time, and Volkman, the puck carries to the near corner. Punching in Karkula again for Stillwater. And right now Stillwater is playing downhill in the Huskies' defensive end. They continuing, working hard, good size. Now back in front, picked up there by the defense there of Nato. Out ahead, cannot clear at the blue line, held in, good keep that time by the Ponies. Surging in at half wall, that was Jarvis. He scored the last goal and the first one here in the second period for Stillwater. Shot from the dot here, getting it down and making that block. Nicely done by Law. Converging again, trying to center, directs back behind the net. Now circling again, on the move is Dustin. Dustin tries to hit a cutter on that far side, a little too long, but it's still Stillwater holding the pressure. And Babineau gets there and tries to pitchfork that puck, and he does, over the neutral zone, but still controlled, no ice. Good pressure here by the Ponies. They are dialing up. We get a whistle stoppage of play, 11:47 here in the second period. Still a 3-0 lead for Stillwater.
Yeah, and again, their patience in the zone is, they're not trying to be lethal all the time, but they're just doing a nice job with making the Huskies chase, and good job for the Huskies to get an offensive zone.
Off the center, here's a look now, and a shot 3 deflected in front off the face-off. The Huskies had a good look, but it was Stillwater getting just enough. Coe sends it right back out near the blue line. It eludes the reach that time of his teammate Casey Rogers. He's forced back. Pruitt comes out to play the puck. Rogers, probably one of the fastest skaters on this Husky squad, was trying to get cycling and moving it quick back out, but Stillwater on the doorstep here puts a shot from the near point, and it caroms just off the mark. That was Vanek with an opportunity. First line of Dustin, Myers, and Vanek back out there, and had another good look. Here's some traffic on a shot hitting the high slot, knocked down and carried out by Andover. They take a shot, but it's deflected in front on the defense. Coming back, here's a break. Now Vanek moves in. Vanek goes short over the top of the net on a quick breakaway. A follow-up shot. That's over the top as well. Pruitt able to get something or a deflection there on the puck to prevent it from creating a 4-0 deficit. Now Andover has numbers. 3-on-2 drop pass. A good look here. Oh, and it just goes to the far post and caroms its way to the corner. A good look that time, targeting that far post, but it deflects off the glove into the corner controlled here. Jumping in, trying to hold the zone. Andover had it momentarily, knocked to the ice, back to Stillwater. They have a 2-on-1 that quickly evolves. Crossed away, a shot over the top again. They miss it. A good opportunity avoided that time as Kingbait with a nice setup. Andover reciprocates, more pressure. Trying to put the shot here, but the stick is lifted. We're going to get a penalty whistled on Stillwater for a hook, I believe. And with that, a hook or a slash. Nonetheless, Andover is going to get a chance on the power play. 10:01 to go. And
wow, what a turn of events. Breakaway by Volkman. He looks like he hits the glove of Pruitt, goes up over, but the high rebound landed right back in front of Pruitt, not knowing where the puck is. Huskies got lucky on that one.
Power play chance here, the second of the game for Andover. Sauer after the faceoff, still tangling it up with a Ponies player. Meanwhile, the Ponies send it back on goal, forcing Pruitt, Cash Pruitt to make the save. And now they work it up. Near side, Langfield will carry in off the board. Stop there immediately. Nice play by Karkula. And now there's a foursome trying to dig it out at the half wall. Sauer comes over to try to hold the zone. Stand corrected, NATO, but unable to do so. Circling back is Lutkin. Carrying across, stopping across the logo. This is the carry-in. Here's a chance for Langfield. He's shadowed there by Karkula. He's sent back down. Still no additional penalty. Still a power play advantage, but skating out here is Stillwater. They send one across the blue paint of the goal, and now the Huskies pick it up in stride. Langfield gets it deep, has a corner here, tries to put a shot on. The save is made. Follow-up by Sauer. He misses on the follow-up, and fans on a good-looking shot in the slot.
Yeah, it might have been one of the best looks so far for the Huskies.
40 seconds left on the man advantage for Andover. It's the Ponies who send it back. Andover works it up. Couple of passes. They're at center ice. Langfield still with it. He'll dump it to that far corner. Try to team up with Babineau. Babineau with 4 power play goals this season. Pinch in by NATO. And deflected back. NATO again eludes his reach, and that'll get beyond the blue line, and they'll reset at center ice. Will Andover with just 3 seconds left now on the power play. Coe into the corner, chips at it. And we'll have a whistle, stoppage of play. 8 minutes exactly left in this second period, so we're beyond the midway mark of this contest. It's a 3-0 lead for Stillwater.
You know, even though shots are 14-13, shots attempted, pretty impressive. Stillwater has 35 shots attempted to the Huskies 23. I know that doesn't show up on the scoreboard, but that's telling you the amount of opportunities they've had in the Huskies zone.
Well, striking first here in the second period for the third goal. That was 1:48 into the second period. The goal by Jarvis. Even strength goal, unassisted. That's the lone goal thus far, although the Huskies have had some opportunities.
And they came out of the dressing room. They were flying all over the place, and you know that one goal kind of gets you taken out of your rhythm a little bit. Huskies still have a chance. They can still cut this, get a goal towards the end of this period.
Coming into the contest, the Huskies had won 13 of their last 16, including a section championship. Once again, they outscored their opponents 13-3 in section play, including the win in the championship game over Ridge Rock. And the Huskies kind of hitting on all cylinders. And I'll tell you, it took them a while to get there. Coach Manny at the beginning of the season said, hey, it probably would, because in their first 10 or 11 games, they faced teams that were in the top 10 in the state. As he put it, we have a very senior, older team, but not a lot of experience coming into the season. But they've been able to find their way here late when it matters.
Yeah, the Huskies, and again, this is a credit to every member of the Huskies team to be able to battle through an 0-9 season and be able to turn it around towards the end and end up, 15-4. It's impressive. The Huskies are young. They've only got 4 seniors that are part of it, and I'm telling you right now, this Husky team will be back.
Yeah, and certainly they still have some injured as well as. Have you seen that? So hey, looking forward to getting those players back next year and getting them in action. And of course, it goes without saying the solid goaltending you see from Cash Pruitt all season long. He said, hey, there's no phenomenal stats to toss around, but we have won 5 games if he didn't stand on his head this year. Face-off now just comes to the right of Conway in goal for this Stillwater squad. It's deflected on the shot just inside the blue line by Andover. We'll have a face-off in the Huskies offensive end. Sauer ready to take the draw. He'll go against Myers. Holding the zone. Worsley on that near side is Rogers. Huskies try to hold the zone, unable to do so. It's moved back out. Now Langfield over skates, has to set back in. He's whistled for the offside, as he was going to try to carry in, and unfortunately the puck trailed.
Huskies have made some changes on their lines. They've got Sauer now out there with Langfeld and Babineau. See if that mixes things up a little bit for the Huskies.
Off the draw here is Andover on that line you mentioned with Babineau. Babineau has 4 goals here in the postseason. Race to the puck. Law is back there, but now taking over the puck. Stillwater, they pass it from behind the net to the corner. Over skating both players. Time Langfield, but Langfield almost got to that puck first through the neutral zone. Back again. Here comes Stillwater on a rush. Dangling in front, tried a little subtle backhanded Myers, but ready for that save was Cash. Circling in now. Carry in for Sauer, sends it cross ice. A cutter, a good looking shot here, and in front, deflected high in the air, back behind the net. Huskies trying to dial up some more pressure and sustain it here. A hard wrister near side. And again, another good look, and that time a save by Conway, and Stillwater's going to send it length to the ice and draw the icing whistle with 6:44, but Jim, so quickly the Huskies with a good chance there to cut into this deficit.
Yeah, and multiple chances right there on to Conway. Langfeld and Chase Nadeau, nice tried to get it on net. Good rebounds out front. Just no Huskies there to be able to pounce on that rebound.
6:44, thanks for joining us on this midday audio only sports presentation. The Huskies State Tournament 2025 circle finally gets a shot on, but it does not make it to the net. back will come the Ponies. The Ponies move in. A nice shot, point-blank opportunity. Turned away that time as Volkman looked for his second goal of the game. Coming right back, another shot from the corner and puts this on. And again, cash is cash.
Yeah, you see right there, great save right off the pad. Not that you can see it, but it's good, nice job by Cruitt to be able to get that pad out there and save the crossbody shot.
There's been a couple of times here where Stillwater's been able to skate right in. A good, almost shake of the hand shot on there on the back door, over skating that time. Oh, that was a look for Vanek. He missed on a certain goal opportunity. The puck finds its way back in front of the Ponies bench. Taking it up, now a carry in. Now the Huskies dump in. They'll give chase. Sending it in first was Peterson. Into the corner, Peterson goes back in front of the net. That time Coe couldn't get it back to him, but Peterson swings back in the corner on a loose puck. And not a chance there to pinch in defensively. And now Sauer takes it in front of Cash Cruitt. Circles. Cross rink pass that time to Coe. Disrupted at the blue line by Stillwater. And they move it and ring it along the board to the blue line and carry out. Now on the stick of Jarvis. Jarvis has it here. Toe drag. Takes the shot. Follow-up shot on the other side. From one face-off circle to the other. And Cash Cruitt makes that save. Another one, point-blank opportunity for Jarvis. And Cash Cruitt makes that save. Deflects at the blue line. A backhander as the Huskies try to circle and regain. But now it's Volkman who will carry in. Volkman with a shot from the point, or excuse me, from the dot. And that deflects to that far corner, trying to hold the zone at the far point. It whistles to the side and now triggers to the corner. Still holding. Karkula has it. Passes it up ahead. Now in control. Fredenberg dropped it in, and the deflection and smothering the puck is Cash Cruitt. And boy, the Stillwater crew, they get buzzing, and they're tough to stop.
Yeah, you talk about quality shots and quality opportunities, way outweighed by the Huskies. Cash Cruitt right now is playing the best he's played all day so far, with a couple of unbelievable saves.
Face-off comes just to the left of Cash Cruitt. Langfield had the draw, the turns, fires, a shot put on by Stillwater after the puck got away from Langfield. After the face-off, Cruitt makes that save. Circling back behind Andover, they get it back up across center ice. Pass unable to click with Thackeray, but Thackeray will try to get to the corner. Step in front. Langfield will circle in the high slot, moved off of his stick and back the other way. Tipped up nicely by Stillwater, and they continue on the puck hunt. Near board, Thackeray tried there to get it to Langfield. Too much time as it's disrupted by Stillwater. Both teams exchanged the puck at neutral ice and now deep into the Huskies' end. Holding the zone, near point. Good stop that time. That was by Elke. Now half board, trying to move in. Third line is out there right now for Stillwater. Huskies trying to see if they can get an edge. We have 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the second period. A long stretch pass, just missed on the connect. Almost had a look that time and just missed, but passed to Babineau, whistle for ice.
I'm not so sure that Conway saw that. The reaction, that was way too close and too hard a shot for him not to have some kind of reaction to it. That was about as close to the goal as you can get without actually touching it.
And that potentially could have been the longest goal scored in the history of the State High School League. Face-off, again another shot, skating in, and the shot comes by Vanek just at the dot of the face-off circle to the left of the goal. Back in, trying to apply their own pressure on their own and put them on is Rogers. Held at the far point. That shot is blocked. Rogers will hustle back to clean up. Almost pickpocketed from behind, and now he gives it away. Shot here from the slot. It's traffic. A follow-up shot. Scores! Stillwater applying not one, not twice, but 3 attempts, and that goal comes from Luke Myers.
That'll be his second goal of the night or the afternoon. But unselfish is what I call the Ponies. They are always looking for the open man, the open skater, and they're able to find it. Cash Cruitt has done a great job. They just feel like they're on the defense all the time.
Here's the initial shot. The traffic in front, but still getting their own rebound. No one to pick up or mark up on the offensive players. Losing an edge there was Rogers. That's kind of what started it. Gave it up, and then another follow-up shot by Myers. And they're getting too good a looks from too close a range.
Yeah, they really are. And you can see just kind of flat on the back of the heels are the Huskies, just kind of standing there.
4-0 lead now for Stillwater with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in this second period. See if Andover can cut into this deficit before the end of the second period. Langfield trying to settle the puck, carries in, top of the face-off circle on the attack, but now it's a carry-out. Trying to get behind the defense, and I'll tell you, you see the burst and the quick speed here of this Stillwater team, the Ponies. Constantly putting pressure, trying to get in back of the Blue Liners, and they've been successful, but they've also been getting the shots on goal. To me, Jim, seem a lot more magnified than just 18-16, because most of those shots have been really good shots from almost from the dot in.
The shots attempted, 48 Stillwater, 29 Andover. And block shots, Andover up 14-6 on the Ponies.
Yeah, that's an amazing number. Working up on 50 attempted shots here for Stillwater. They carry in. Near side, a good look here. A slot that's just plain missed the net altogether that time, did Stillwater. The Ponies recircle. Circle again, they cycle to the corner. Off the board, puts it on a stick of Andover. And now Langfield gains the line. Langfield trying to get around the defense, tied up just enough to get it moved off the stick of Langfield and back onto the stick of Volkman, back the other way. He's taken to the ice in the defensive end here for the Huskies. And they will skate in, gain the line, drop pass. Coe puts the shot on, but it hits traffic. Turning, firing, trying to put a shot on this time, and it just missed the mark there by Andover. Tough angle. Tipping it across center ice, dumping it in, trying to get possession here, Stillwater. 90 seconds left in period number 2. 2 in the first period, 2 more here in the second for the Ponies that had to take a 4-0 lead. All goals have become at even strength. Coe now will chip it in. He'll give chase first to the corner. Tries to get possession there. He consumes a check there. And a wrister here does not come from the opposite side and make it to the net. It's deflected in front. Leads it to the corner, off the glass, high, settling puck now on the stick. Nope, now pickpocketed away that time. And off the stick of the Husky forward. Sends it, drop it, shot here, coming back. Vanek breaks the stick. Good job to come back and help out by Giacomini. If Giacomini had not come back, Vanek was going to have another golden look in that low slot. Huskies, a little bit of pressure, forcing a save there by Conway. Now back out to neutral ice, off the glass and sent back deep. 30 seconds left, and Stillwater moves from behind their own goal for the breakout, cross ice. Set up there, hops the stick of Dustin, and the shot eventually ends up on goal, where Cruitt makes the save with 20 seconds left, Jim, in this second period.
Yeah, it will. This is going to be a tough third period coming up as we get towards the end of it. The Huskies need to find a way to get some sustained looks at Conway. And just right now, they're just not having a lot of more than one and dones.
This is the third state visit to Minnesota State High School League for Stillwater. They have lost just one game over the last 16. There's a shot that comes from Lutkin there, and fortunate Conway able to make the save before the Huskies could converge on the puck with 3 seconds left, as the faceoff will come just to the right of Conway in the Stillwater end.
I like the fact that Rickley is a presence out in front of Conway. Good screen. Keep doing that, Huskies. You'll get past them.
Langford will take this draw. Gets down low. It's controlled by Stillwater. They dump it behind their net. And Jim, we're at the end of 2 complete. And Stillwater has tacked on 2 more goals. But the thing I look at these goals is they are just really good looks.
Yeah.
And the passing helps with that. Their motion, their movement. These aren't, weak goals that have been allowed. These are lasers that are hitting top shelf just under the crossbar.
Yeah, well, Stillwater came in as a number 2 seed, and I think there's a reason for that. I think you're seeing that they definitely have earned that number 2 seed.
You had mentioned shots taken and all of those statistics. We're going to get you when we come back here for the start of this third period. More statistical information to give you a breakdown. We are at the end of 2 complete. It's an audio-only presentation. Sports coming your way here on QCTV. The Minnesota Boys State Hockey Tournament 2025 Vision. Right now, it is Stillwater 4 in Andover, nothing. Welcome back. Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs on audio only coming your way. Sports presentation on QCTV. This, the 2025 Boys State High School Tournament. And Jim, we're at the end of two complete, almost ready to start this third period. But Stillwater's been pretty consistent and able to sustain their pressure, hence the 4-0 lead we have as we start that third period.
Yeah, and we had mentioned at the end of the second period, shots on goal, pretty close, 19-17. But you talk about the shots opportunity, 49 for Stillwater, 30 for the Huskies. You know, and the Huskies have been, they're much better when they have a lead and they're not chasing. When they're chasing, they're just not the same team right now, and they're going to have to figure out a way to at least get that first goal to be able to move forward. You know, you look at face-offs won, Andover 19-16. They've had two power plays, and come up blank on both of them. So Huskies are going to have to come out with a chance to move on. They're going to have a big third period coming up.
Yeah, not only the scoring, but the crisp passing by Stillwater.
Yeah.
I myself thought maybe Stillwater might have a little bit of a layover from that big win over Hill Murray in overtime. Hill Murray coming into that game was ranked the #1 team in the state, but that sometimes can kind of create a little bit of emotional fog, but you don't see it in the skates of Stillwater.
Yeah, you really don't. And you know, it doesn't. We mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, and Joe, you've done a great job bringing it up. Whether it's the first line or second line, it's 1 and 1A. It is just they are fantastic. Both lines are just absolutely deadly.
And the passing itself just so quick. In fact, the goal here, the first goal in the second period for Stillwater, they moved it from the left side to the right side, top of the face-off circle to one another, and I'll tell you, the shot couldn't be any more precise, just under the near side of the crossbar here to beat Cash Cruitt, and the passing tape to tape and movement. And right now, they've been controlling play and tempo here much of the first two periods.
They are, and so good opportunity right now for the Huskies to just scratch and get back to this right now. I will tell you, the Huskies managers, the managers that are on the bench, they were on the video board. They've won the day as far as the Huskies go. They've outclassed all the other managers I've seen so far from Class A and Class AA.
Very much, very much. And hey, we get a look here as we set here, take the draw as teams meet at the logo here from the Xcel Energy Center in downtown St. Paul. Huskies will be moving left to right on your mental hard drive screen for the broadcast here in this third period. Stillwater in the white, moving right to left, controlled by Sauer, off to face off by the Huskies. They ring it along the board to the corner. They're deflected in front. A good look on the doorstep and colliding towards that net and crashing. The Huskies unable to finish. Now back through the neutral zone. Drop pass. Shot from the dot again. Skating in with a good look, Stillwater. And able to get a piece of that puck was Kras. Now back again. Another flyby by Cruitt. Just coming in as the back to neutral ice. Just stepping in front of the red line. Sent in deep by Stillwater. It caroms out, and Andover now drops it in. A little toe drag, takes the shot, hits traffic, does not make it to. The shot was taken by Peterson, but never made it to the goal. Off the bench, with a sense of urgency, here's Thackeray. He has to circle. He wanted to skate right in, but he would have been whistled for the offside as Babineau was still trying to get back on. A centering chance here, a little far for the reach. Bounces off the stick of the Huskies, but we get a whistle, and we're going to get a slash whistled on Stillwater, and this means the Huskies will get their third power play opportunity.
Well, you're seeing right now there just isn't a give out. There was a slash on Babineau. Babineau had a chance right kind of in the high slot area. It rolled off his stick, dropped his stick. As we get a chance for the Huskies to see if they can scratch a goal out and get rolling.
Sauer will take this draw against Fredenberg. Just to the left of Conway. Deflects back, and on the far side now skating out through the neutral zone and in deep, sending it through the blue was Stillwater. Goes off the boards and back onto the stick there of Stillwater, who moves it back into their defensive end and then sends it length of the ice. Now, finally, Cash Cruitt stops the puck behind the net. 1:30 left on the power play. Huskies on the pass, unable to complete. Bounces off the Husky stick and right on to Stillwater. They send it once again back length of the ice. Starting to work some fluid going here. $1:15 left on the power play. Sauer tries to move in, has it poke checked off his stick by McGlynn. Back again, Sauer, and a shot, a one-timer by the Huskies, turned away by Conway. Good deliver that time. Now still holding the zone, moving in below the dot on the line. Sauer, and a wrister here, deflects, goes to the corner. There's Sauer battling again. That big body in the corner. Andover still with the puck. Still trying to work something. 45 seconds left on the man advantage. A one-timer here. Misses the net, but carrying in now. Try with Luckton trying to capitalize. Trying to hit another cutter. Langfield at the dot. He'll send it back to that far point. A wrister that's the flex goes to the near corner and finally able to send it length of the ice on a loose puck. The length of the ice again for Stillwater.
Great job by the Ponies. Their penalty kill is really been outstanding today.
15 seconds left. Lutkin with another shot that misses the net. Huskies hold the zone. Now it's poke check out beyond the blue line. Sent back through neutral ice in the Huskies. Just a couple of seconds left on this power play. Langfield will carry in. Gathers it in the corner, backhands it, pinching in. A shot here, loose puck in front, into slot. Trying to poke and prod, and finally a whistle comes from the official as Conway is spread out in the blue and some continued pushing and shoving after the whistle. 13:47 left here in this third period.
Puck possession check for the Huskies, and just not being able to get it on to Conway until towards the end. Right here, you've got a couple of Huskies, Babineau and Langfield, just hammering away along with Sauer, and Conway just strong on the puck.
Yep, Sauer had an exchange at that end as well with Karkula. Face off on the carry out now for Stillwater. Stillwater, I mentioned a team that has lost just one game in their last 16. A 10-game win streak coming into tonight. Their last loss came to Hill Murray. Deflected back in, right on goal. Corralled by Cruitt. Face-off will come just to the left or to the right of Cruitt with 13:25 left in this third period.
You think about the defense for the Huskies, and they've only allowed 19 shots on goal, now up 21-19. Done a nice job. It's just the finishing from the Ponies that have been able to, be the difference so far today.
Cone holds the zone after the face-off and sends it behind the net. Rogers will try to work it out. Pass to Peterson. Peterson then turns it over to the flex back. And there is Rogers once again being shadowed closely by Myers. Law carries it out on a backhand, and again, they can't seem to get the puck beyond center ice. Good check, good play, drop pass here by Stillwater, and we get a whistle for the offside of the Ponies. Goodness. So they'll exchange, drop the puck in front of the Huskies bench. Just under 13 to play, 12:56, a 4-0 lead. That looked like a tough check coming up, almost behind on the check that time by Cone. On to Peterson. Now Huskies, here comes Babineau. Across the ice, tried to hit a cutter coming on that far side to Thackeray, but just getting enough of a stick on it was Stillwater. Stillwater at center ice. Gets back to their skates. Carries it back up Myers. Myers sends it through again and back out to where it just came from, was from the near point. Stillwater trying to hold possession, and now carrying a chance. Langfield tries to get by, regains a beautiful setup that time on a back pass to Thackeray. Couldn't quite close it. A lot of work by Langfield. Well done. Again, Langfield distributes a shot on. Glove save is made and secured there by Conway. Additional pushing and shoving after the whistle in the corner.
Well, Nadeau took a low hit. and Langfield came over to kind of protect Nadeau. And then Chase able to get up, a little slow on getting up. But Huskies right now, I mean, they're creating some great opportunities. That one by Langfield to Thackeray, unbelievable.
Chiseled away here through neutral ice, picked up. First there in line for the Huskies. Huskies trying to get some rhythm and cadence and pressure going into this third period, but right now Stillwater has been able to kind of muster up any pressure put this far. Still, Andover continues their way at center ice, chips it ahead, now on the stick. And controlled there by Stillwater. Pass disrupted. Rickley had it momentarily, and now at the logo, a drop pass. Coming once again, Stillwater behind the leg and between the leg pass to a teammate there. A shot is made and saved and kicked to the corner by Cash. Deflection back out to center ice, controlled by Stillwater. Pitchforked high in the air. The carom comes down and it's on the stick of Fredenberg. Fredenberg carries in, tries to go around the net behind and tries to deliver a pass. He has a pass at the near point. This wrister deflects and just misses the far post on a shot by Cone. Unable to hold the zone. They try to punch up and steal the pass, but Rickley now has it. Rickley in the face-off circle, drops it there, but unfortunately a quick and first one to the puck was Stillwater. An attempted toe drag, directs to the corner, now picked up, open ice in front. Huskies get back over thanks to Coe to cover. Lutkin has it. Lutkin now tries to redirect. It held at the blue line and a backhand sent into the far corner by Stillwater. Chipped ahead, carry out, chance here. Huskies diffused on that rush up ice, sent to the ice at center ice. That time it was Peterson. Andover sends it back deep again, or excuse me, Stillwater does. Andover's back to pick it up. Coe in the corner has a pickpocket from him. Now skating back behind Stillwater, looking for a center. They send it to that far point. A good shot, deflect and a save. Oh my goodness, Cash. Spot on with that quick shot. Andover again trying to move it off the board, but a great job to keep. Stillwater puts one through the blue with the flex to the far corner. 9.5 to play here in the third period, as the flow here has been controlled by Stillwater. The Ponies continuing their way. And finally, the Huskies get to the puck, and Peterson sends it length of the ice so they can change out units and whistle.
Well, I tell you what, the Ponies, they're impressive. I mean, they have their ability to hang onto the puck, find spots, create opportunities in great scoring slots and scoring spots. Pretty impressive.
That they have in their control on the puck, and they're cycling very strong as well. We mentioned they'd won their last 10. Meanwhile, coming into the matchup here started at 11 a.m. this morning, and they've been again as impressive as advertised as well thus far, and coming out of a very tough section in Section 4 in that overtime win over Hill Murray.
Joe, coming up after this will be St. Thomas and Shakopee. That'll be the 1 o'clock matchup. And tonight, the Lakeville South Cougars will take on the Moorhead Spuds. Once a Spud, hours a Spud, and then Edina and Rogers. That'll be a great matchup. That 4-5 matchup is always great. We saw Moorhead and Andover a couple of years ago when Andover won in overtime, 2-1.
That was a thriller as well. And hey, it's against the Huskies. They're in the regular season, their first 10-11 games this year. They had that 0-9 start, but it was a year of trying to get the team into the flow, understanding the play, but they don't shy away from playing any of the top teams in the state ever. And that's what you saw to start the season, 0-9, and then bam, they get the win versus Rosemont, and that really sparked the team after that point. to get him on board.
Yeah, Rosemont undefeated at the time. I think they were ranked second. And it wasn't just a close game. It was a 6-1 victory, thrashing of the Irish. And then the next day they came back and beat the Holy Angels 3-1.
And just so you understand, it's the TV timeout, so we're not talking through action while the flow of the play is going in. Stoppage of play. 9:21 is what's left here in this third period. 2 goals for Stillwater in that first period, followed up with 2 more in the second. Currently shots on goal 22-21 in favor of Andover. They'll drop the puck now. It's finally just to the left of Cash. Huskies win that draw and try to come out clean. The pass attempted for Langville behind, and it ends up on the stick of Stillwater. Stillwater hits it. There's Vanek shadowing the Huskies defensively. They knock the puck loose to the corner. Try to zigzag. That's Dustin. Inside again. Now ringing it back behind the net to the half wall is Babideau. Babideau will try to clean it, but holding the zone is Vanek. Vanek, stick work, sends it back. Here's a Worcester that goes just wide of the mark, sent inside the blue line by Karkula, who missed the net altogether. But I mean, right there, you just saw some more of that fine, skilled skating and passing by Stillwater. And with 8:38 to go, they'll take the face-off back into the Andover end of the ice. Just tough to get possession of that puck.
It is, and when you get possession, they've got sticks in the passing lane, and they're able to make a deflection. This is the first time I've seen Stillwater this year, and they're absolutely as advertised.
They win the face-off. They send it across the way. A one-timer there, and Cross. Ooh, he makes a beautiful save. Does crew it again. A glove save on the follow-up shot. Gloves it, secures it. Just getting peppered as we just move beyond the midway mark of this third period, and the face-off will come back in the Huskies end of the ice here with 8:26 to play. My goodness, they're getting some one-timer looks, delivering it, and Cash Cruitt. An outstanding job between the pipes. Just to hold us to a 4-0 deficit. Face-off finds its way across center ice. Andover sends it to the near corner. Peterson gives chase, cannot control. They move it around him off the boards, and now trying to control it. Dropping the puck at center ice and sending it back in as Andover. Now a long pass through the neutral zone. It gets by the defense. Stillwater trying to be first to the puck, but Cash Cruitt works it up along the board nicely. Peterson carries it. Numbers now for Andover, but they dump to the corner. Absorbing the check that time was Sanders. He had it momentarily. Sanders comes over to deliver some checks. There's Peterson who comes in and puts a good shot on. And the save is made as Conway may have taken a little bit of stick work to Peterson after that scoring opportunity.
He certainly did. That was surprised that didn't get called, because that was definitely a slash.
Moved it around. This time the faceoff will be to the left of Conway. Stillwater wins that draw, lofts it over the top, trying to get it to a cutter, moving in. A backhand save is made. That was Volkman, who was able to settle the puck and put a backhand to the midsection for Cruitt. And Cash continues to move the puck. Now the numbers, 2-on-1 shot, follow-up shot. Could not connect. The initial shot taken by Fredenberg and Jarvis. Both of them missed on the 1-2 opportunity as Cash made the initial save. Quickly back the other way. Andover puts a shot on into the corners. Sauer controls. Under 7 now to play in this third period. That was an outstanding look for Stillwater, Jim, on that 2-on-1.
Well, they had more than one on that one, but that last one, boy, great save by Cruitt.
Unbelievable. Sends it. Again, the Huskies trying to control. It seems like every time they dump it in, there's a Stillwater player as the recipient. Case in point, again, carry in. Here comes Stillwater again, heating it up, try to go short side between the post and the pad. Denied by Cash. Andover moves it up along the board. The backhand by Langfield is accidentally dispensed into the Huskies bench and will get a face-off.
So scoring Myers at Jarvis in the second period. In the first period and second period, it was Volkman and Dustin. Actually, switch those around. Dustin and Volkman in the first period, and Myers and Jarvis in the second period for the Ponies.
Shots on goal seem kind of tight considering the fact that we've seen a high level of what appeared to be shots on goal by Stillwater here in this third period. On the rush back, Huskies will get their back defensively first on the backhand, trying to move it up the near side. Penalty is now coming up against Andover as they touch up the puck with 6:02 to go in the third period, down by 4.
Rickley will go for a trip.
Incidental, but nonetheless, it was a trip with the stick as he was just trying to strip it.
Huskies are running on a ticks on the clock right now. The shots attempted 60-42, which really kind of tells the difference between these two.
That it has. Not to mention the 2 saves that Pruitt just made moments ago, and it did cash. Power play now, face-off controlled. Moving in for the shot was Stillwater. Hits a skate, deflects, still controlled, cross the ice. Winding up with the shot. Nice job to get down and block the puck there on the shot by Babadou. He looks a little slow to get up, but a wonderful block. Needed that in front. A drop pass. Dropping it through again, a little give and go back. In possession here is Dustin. Sends it back to Dustin, top of the face-off circle. Cone has it. Cone. It moves off the stick, and they'll have to reset. That is, the Ponies will have to refuel that center ice. We still have 1 minute, 10 seconds left on the power play. Stillwater sets up across the way. Sets it up, a big shot, follow-up shot, trying to poke and prod at it. A couple of beautiful saves that time, once again for cash. And on the doorstep was Myers looking for a second goal. Back behind, still on the power play with 50 seconds left, and it's dumped back through the neutral zone as Stillwater will try to retrieve the puck. Zigzag here. Sauer. Here's a one-timer and a blast. This time misses the net on a shorty opportunity. That time by Giacomini. Giacomini that time. A good pass by Sauer for a shorty attempt. But now through the neutral ice and a carry in once again for Stillwater. They gained the line, set it up. Near side, controlled Fredenberg. Fredenberg once again top of the face-off circle. 10 seconds left on the power play. They take the shot, but it hits traffic in front. Deflects back now, and looking again. It's Volkman that time trying to set up a teammate cutting on that far side. And the Huskies get possession, send it length of the ice just as they had the puck on their stick. The penalty it expired, so successful penalty kill for Andover. But we are sitting, Jim, with 3:57 left in this third period, and the Huskies trail by 4 goals.
Yeah, and credit to the Ponies. They just have not allowed the Huskies to get any momentum. Any time the Huskies start to feel like they're starting to switch onto their side, the Ponies are able to just control the puck and kind of extinguish any opportunity.
It has, and it started early in that first period already for Stillwater. Here's a long shot near side, trying to control the puck. Finally does cash, and they'll draw the face-off. Just a few minutes into that first period is all it took for Stillwater to pick up that first goal by Dustin. If it were to stand, that would be a game-winning goal in the first period.
Yes, it would.
A dubious honor for the Huskies here. They skate in now. They want to try to create a little mojo as they continue their way here. Good pressure, in and out. Now the Ponies skate in. Vanek with the puck there, moved off of his stick. Sauer has it across center ice, dumps it in, goes off the official, gets the rebound, picks it right back up again, puts a shot and a pass right on the doorstep, looking for the tip from Peterson as he was in the blue. Just much. That's almost a near chance for a goal. A nice pass though by Sauer.
I think that's kind of the theme of the day. Almost is kind of the theme of the day.
Drop back. Huskies will try to work their way out. Little give and go back across the logo. They gain the line. Drop pass. Top of the face-off circle. There's a shot. Kick to the corner by Conway. From one corner to the other. Trying to chip in and pinch in that time to hold the zone was Johannesson. It's back out through, neutralized at the center in the red line. Rickley now has it. Rickley wants to take a snipe. The Huskies try a snipe and fan at the far face-off circle. Back will come Stillwater. Delivered in the corner, banging around. Again, Andover. Try to curl, poke checked off the stick of Rickley. Andover sends it to the near corner. Under 2 to play in this third period. Rogers, he'll try to skate in and take it deep. It's removed off of his stick. Finally settled, and now the Ponies on a give and go back. A nice little pass attempt, but it was blocked. Nice play by Rogers to block that pass. Deflects, then the puck rolls back behind the net. A missile of a wrister by Grills that misses the net, rings along the board, forcing back teammate Karkula back in his own end. And a pass off the board, trying to regain. Here's another chance. Stillwater shot, scores. They tuck it. This time stick side over the shoulder to beat Cash, and a 0-0 lead now for Stillwater on that goal by Fredenberg. He just kind of froze him. Little toe drag, just stood there for a bit skating in. And he saw maybe a little gap on the near side.
Yeah, it's a great shot. I mean, you can see his head up. He's able to control it. And just actually goes 5-hole. Is that 5-hole, Joe?
Take another look from this angle. Yep, you're right. That went 5.
Yep. So the Huskies will be in action tomorrow at Mariucci at 10 o'clock. So quick turnaround for the Huskies. Their season is not done yet. Get a chance for the consolation final.
So Fredenberg lights the lamp. A 5-0 lead now for Stillwater as we're under a minute to play in this quarterfinal matchup 2025. Langfield not done yet. He steals the puck. Deflects. Babineau looked like he was going to get there first. Now he does have a puck in the far corner. Turning, firing, swiping it, making a glove save there is Conway.
Student sections, always a lot of fun. There was a chant not too long ago where the Stillwater group was saying thank you for Conway to the Andover team.
Into the corner now, chipping in, and Huskies unable to hold, but they now bring it in again for another wave of pressure. Shots on goal, 27-23 in favor of Stillwater. More importantly, they have a 5-0 lead. They'll be advancing to the semifinals of the state tournament to play tomorrow. A deflection. Huskies just trying to maybe break that goose egg. It goes through the neutral zone. They wave off the ice. 5 seconds left. Rogers has it, but Stillwater has a 5-0 win. Stillwater just played at an unbelievable pace and unbelievable level throughout this contest, Jim.
They absolutely did, and looking forward to seeing them tomorrow as they move to the semifinals. They've got a real chance to make it to the finals. And when you're as deep as they are, Joe, it's difficult because you just don't get a shift off defensively. It was pretty suffocating performance by the Stillwater Ponies.
Also very proficient with the passing, tape to tape, and continue it. Just to have to move Cash Cruitt with that passing from one side of the crease to the other. Meanwhile, the Huskies, because you mentioned Jim, tomorrow with this 5-0 loss, they'll play tomorrow at Mariucci. I think you said 10 a.m.
10 a.m. tomorrow. It'll be on NSPN.TV.
And a good season as a whole, but it continues tomorrow. See if they can come back through and pick up a consolation championship. I'm Jill Rulin, along with Jim Childs. It's a 5-0 loss this afternoon from the Excel Sports Center in downtown St. Paul in the quarterfinal matchup as the Huskies fall 5-0 to Stillwater. And this has been a QCTV sports presentation. Thank you, everyone. I want to thank you all for joining us on this audio only. Enjoyed it as much. Thanks for being a part of it. And again, continue to look forward to having all of you join us in future sport events as well. I want to thank Ryan here with us at the Excel Center as well, along with Trinity back at the studio for her help as well. For Jim Childs, I'm Joe Rulin. It's a 5-0 loss for the Huskies as they fall to Stillwater 5-0 in the quarterfinals of the 2025 state hockey tournament. Thanks for joining us. Have yourself a major league afternoon at a minor league price.